So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Instant match reaction. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0 at Craven Cottage. And my God, did we need that win right at the end. Bruno Fernandes stepping up for Manchester United, as he has done many times in the past. He has done it today in a moment we needed him to. Because that result at 0-0 would have been a very bad result considering that performance. Because we were bad today. And I don't know how we keep on getting away with it. We are a jammy side at the moment. And that's how it is. That's how we're getting our wins. But the other week, you had people, pundits coming out saying, Bruno Fernandes, why is he the captain of Manchester United? Look at him, he rolls around the floor, his attitude stinks. Why is he the leader on that pitch? That's why he is the leader. Because he can pull out moments like that when nobody else can. And everything about that goal, Pellistri digging in deep, winning back that ball, getting it to Bruno Fernandes, and that finish as well. It's so calm, it's so composed, it's so Bruno Fernandes to do that. And he's done it again today. And at times like this, when you're really struggling like we are at the moment, when we're not in good form, when the manager's under pressure, we ask for someone, we beg for someone to come out on that pitch and show some leadership. And Bruno Fernandes done that today right at the end. As I've mentioned, it wasn't the best of performances. Anthony was terrible, was crap. Eriksen today, really poor. More players on that pitch as well. Defensively, I thought we were okay. Fulham had a lot of chances. They wasted most of them. And at the end of the day, I think a better team beats us today. But it was all about those 90 minutes on that pitch. It was all about winning that game. And we found a way to do it. Like we did against Sheffield. Like we did against Burnley. Like we did against Copenhagen. We're finding ways to do it. So we're showing we can win. We're showing we can do it. But again, the performances are still nowhere near where they need to be. But yet again today, Ten Hag's got more time, you could say. I don't think he was ever going to get sacked, in my opinion. I've never blamed the manager for this. But, was his subs good today? You have to say, yes, they were. And you have to credit Ten Hag for doing that today. Pellistri changed the game. Mason Mount had a positive impact on the game when he came on. He must be thinking on the bench, what am I doing here? Ten Hag wanted me. Why can I not get a sniff in this team? So that's got to be a concern to him. Martial, again, came on, put himself about a bit. But you have to feel bad for the likes of Højlund. I know it's 7 games without a goal. But that service today is just terrible. Absolutely no service. And I have to say to you, that game today was one of the worst games of football I've watched. And there's been a lot of games like that this year. But the amount of pace to that game, you might as well have 11 or 21 snails on that pitch. You might as well have 21 snails playing today. Because it was such a slow game of football, especially in the first half. Nobody wanted to play. Fulham was scared to attack. We were scared to attack. And I understand that because we're under so much pressure at the moment. And we need to make sure we do not concede that first goal. Because we know these players' heads drop. That's what they do. When we concede goals, we don't get back into games. So it would have been a massive concern. And they should have got the first goal. But we had to make sure we didn't concede. And we gave ourselves a chance of winning that game with 20 minutes to go. Because Fulham, they were getting tired. They were giving us opportunities. We were giving them opportunities. But our one came right at the end. And thank God for Bruno Fernandes. I don't want to hear anything about that guy. I really don't. The criticism is unfair. Yes, he's not been at his best recently. Yes, he's not been on top form. But he's been playing out of position majority of the games this season to allow Mount to play in that kind of position. So that's why he's not been at their best. But we know one thing that we know about Bruno Fernandes is he can step up in these moments. And he's done that today like he has done many times before. So I'm really happy with that. Another positive is Garnacho, who I thought was really good, and especially in the second half. First half, he was very sloppy, but the whole team, passing-wise was sloppy. Again, it was in the second half, the first time I saw us play football, and it was the first time I saw us passing balls, and we made about 5 or 6 passes in a row. And we haven't done that before, have we, this season, really? We haven't been able to do that. So that was the times we were doing it. We were getting into the game. It was more positive in the second half. And we had to come out because Ten Hag today, a draw in that game or a loss, as I've mentioned, we don't know what would have happened. The fans wouldn't have been happy. There would have been major pressure on Ten Hag. And the debate about him getting sacked would have gone even further. It would have gone even further because you need to beat Fulham. You need to go out there and beat them. And as I've mentioned, I know we're not at a good stage. We're not performing well, and these are the type of wins we have to get at the moment, because we cannot play good football with what we have, because these players realistically are not good enough. That's how it is. They're not good enough. We know there's talent in there, but these bunch of players do not have what it takes to play the way he wants to play at the moment, because we're missing our key players in injury. We're missing an actual CDM today. That's what I was worried about. We had no one in that midfield. It was just pure vibes, I thought. So yeah, I'm just really, really happy with that, because just to get a win after the last week or so, getting bad by City, getting bad by Newcastle, you had to win today's game. And when you win a game like that, it's brilliant. It's what being a football fan is all about. When you win games like that, like the Copenhagen one, it's the way you want to win games in a way. It makes you more excited, doesn't it? So I'm happy to win, but massive, massive credit to Facundo Pellistri as well, who came off that bench and he made his point. He got his point across. Play me over Anthony. Play me over Anthony. I gave more in the 20 minutes I got off the bench than Anthony has given all season. Play me now. Play me now, coach. And this was without Varane. This was without Rashford. So we proved we can do it. And we proved we don't need to rely on Rashford at the moment, considering the way he's playing. But yeah, let's get into the team. So it was Onana, Johnny Evans and Maguire. And having no Varane, I don't get it. He must trust Evans and Maguire more than he does with Varane. And I don't get it, because Varane's done nothing wrong. Varane has bossed it every single time he's played for this club. He's one of our, if not best centre-back, he is our best centre-back at the club. So it's just saying to me, he trusts Evans and Maguire more than he does Varane. Maybe it's because they both got that English connection, but can we go ahead the whole season with Evans and Maguire playing every game? No, we can't, because they're simply not good enough. And once Martinez is back and Varane, for some reason, when he starts playing again, I think we'll see an even bigger improvement. But Maguire and Evans right now, when they are playing, they're playing well. And you have to give credit to them. So it was them two. Dalot at right back. He was at left back, wasn't he? Because Lindelof didn't play. And obviously Shaw and Malacia are injured. And Reguilon didn't play as well. I don't know why that was. And then it was Wan-Bissaka back into the squad, who I thought was really good today yet again. And then it was Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Højlund and Garnacho, because Rashford failed a late fitness test. We heard about that earlier this morning. So that was the team going into the game. Obviously, not what I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect Rashford to be injured. And once I saw that midfield, I did think we were in a lot of trouble. No Amrabat, which didn't make sense to me. But again, Ten Hag chose those decisions today. He made them. And at the end of the day, he's been rewarded. Yes, we need to see more performance-wise. And yes, once again, it's nowhere near good enough, because Fulham should have won that game today, and that's how easy it is. But we got the win, and Ten Hag made his subs, and he got rewarded for it. So maybe he has to make harsher decisions on dropping Anthony, on dropping Rashford, because Garnacho and Pellistri today were better than what I've seen from Rashford and Anthony all season. That's how easy it is. You have to trust in your players, Ten Hag, or you're going to sack yourself. I've said that before. You've got to make changes now. You've let it ride a bit. It's got worse for you. Now make those changes and make it right. Fix the situation. Fix it. Make the solutions. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy with the win today, but there's still a lot of things I'm not happy about. But it is what it is. We're in a period where we're not happy about most of the things we do, most of the football we play, most of the results we're getting at the moment. And that's how it is. But the results we are getting, we're grinding them out. And also, you got to give credit to the players as well, because they could have easily lost that game today. But they dug deep right at the end and we found a way. So yeah, first half wasn't the best of half. Second half, we got more into it. But as I mentioned, it was one of the worst football games I've watched in a long time. And I'm glad that's over. Not because I don't want to watch Manchester United, but just because it was stale. It was absolutely stale. But saying all that, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. And let's get into the player rating. So for me, Onana made some really, really top-class saves today. Another clean sheet for him, which again was really needed at the moment, considering the last two games. So I'll give him a solid 7. Thought he's really good. Dalot, yeah, we could Dalot a 6. Thought he was good, playing out of position. Got caught out defensively a few times in the game, but overall wasn't a problem, so I'd give him a 6. Maguire and Evans, both going to give him a 7. Thought both of them were really good today. Maguire won most of his aerial duels. Evans was calm and composed most of the game. So, yeah, they're playing well at the moment. You have to give it to them because you don't expect them to play well. And when they do, you have to credit them. So, yeah, both get a 7 for me. And Wan-Bissaka as well, 7. Really good to have Wan-Bissaka back into the side. He's really positive. He had so much to his team defensively going forward. And we missed him. We missed him while he was gone, while he was injured. And I'm just glad to have him back going forward. So, for me, Wan-Bissaka gets a 7. McTominay, first goal. That's what I wanted to mention. The first goal pissed me off. Because that's not offside. And VAR is taking me to the limit now. It really, really is. I honestly don't get how that's offside. Because he's not having an impact in the game. He's attempting to, but he's not touching the ball. And nobody was marking Garnacho. That's my main thing about it. Nobody was marking him. Whether he's offside or not, Maguire, nobody was marking the guy who scores the goal. So he has no impact in the goal. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. And so many times this season, man, we've seen it from different teams. And it's not just Manchester United, it's City, it's other teams like that, which are just getting rewarded for decisions which obviously are the wrong ones. So it's just really shocking. I know we get some decisions, I'm not saying we don't. But when it's as bad as it was today, you have to question it. And I'm sure Ten Hag will be fuming with that. But yeah, McTominay, for me, I thought had a good game, to be fair. Defensively, the amount of times he got caught out, lost his run, and we're talking about the same thing every single game. But I'm going to give him a 5 today. Going forward, we know he's good. We know he can offer us so much, and that's the only good thing about having a Scott McTominay. He puts himself about going forward. But defensively, we missed an Amrabat. We were screaming out for an Amrabat or Casemiro today. So Scott McTominay gets a 5. Eriksen 4. Eriksen's worst game this season was terrible. Was absolutely terrible. The amount of times he lost the ball, silly decisions to shoot, silly passes, not making the passes right, you know what I mean? So it's really poor from Eriksen, and as I mentioned, I don't like him starting for us, coming on, being an impact sub when you're in trouble, when you're not performing well, and you need an outlet. He's a perfect person to bring on, but you cannot start him. You have to have someone like Amrabat or Casemiro in there just to have an effect on the game. So yeah, Eriksen gets a 4. I thought he was really bad today. Garnacho, for me, gets a solid 7 as well. First half was a bit off it, but second half he came into the game, he was bright, he was taking on players, he was creating chances, he was being that bright star we know he is, and he got the crowd going. And that was really important in this game because we needed the crowd more than ever. So for Garnacho, I'm going to give him a solid 7. But Fernandes, just for that moment, I'm going to give him an 8 because, as I mentioned, that result today is massive for us. It's absolutely massive. And I know it doesn't put us anywhere we want to in the table. I know it doesn't really have an effect on where we are. But to win that game today was massive. The players did that for Ten Hag today. They did that for Ten Hag. And Bruno Fernandes made sure we were going to win this game with that goal. And the goal was just amazing. Sent 2 players, put it really calmly into the corner. And again, it's just what Bruno Fernandes is about. It's all about, man. I absolutely love the guy. And the criticism about him being captain, not being the leader for Manchester United is bollocks. It's bollocks, because that's my captain. That's my leader on the pitch. So Bruno Fernandes, for me, gets a solid 8 today. My man of the match. But you could also give it to Pellistri. Anthony, I'm going to give 4 as well. Crap. Just crap. People saying the worst sign in the Premier League history. It might be up there. Because what does he offer to this team? He's awful. He is absolutely garbage. And I said I'd give this guy time. I said I'd give this guy a few games this season to prove himself. But every time he's playing, he's doing absolutely nothing on that pitch. Defensive work is tragic. The way Anthony Robertson just got past him the majority of the game was way too easy. Sticking a leg out. Giving up on the ball. What are you doing going forward? It's just awful. You wonder why our attackers don't really have much goal contributions. It's because they do nothing. Our wingers do nothing. And that's why I feel so bad for Højlund, because he's trying up there. He's getting into spaces. He's trying to get into the box. No balls ever come. To him. So Anthony is just garbage, man. And I've had enough. Play Pellistri now. Give someone else a chance on that right-hand side. Please, I'm begging you to do that. Because we're not seeing anything now from Anthony. And then Højlund, I'm going to give him a 5, but it's not his fault. I've gone through it all. It's not his fault, but I'm going to give him a 5 today. He's just not getting any service, and it's just difficult. Palestri came on. I'm going to give him a 7. Absolutely brilliant. Changed the game when he came on. Was so important in that third goal. In the third goal, there was not 3 goals in the game. In the first goal, and the winner right at the end. He's just willing. He just wants it. He wants it. And that's what we're calling out for these players. Want it. Take responsibility. Take the game by the scruff of the neck and want it. And Palestri did that. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7. Really happy with him today. Who else came on? Martial came on 5. Put himself about, as I mentioned. But yeah, didn't really do too much. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. My man of the match, Bruno Fernandes. But Palestri's up there as well. I thought he was a game changer. But let me know down below, guys, your thoughts, your man of the matches, your comments in the game. Be really appreciated. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. That'd really help out. But anyway, guys, thank God for that. Bruno Fernandes, I love you. I really do love you.